Aw, it was my birthday a few days ago. Yeah. Okay, anyway, on to what's going on today. In case you didn't know, a few dogs coming. A while ago, I did a little snip on my car's traction control system, so it would be permanently off because I was tired of hitting the button, and it still slipped in when you were really doing fun stuff that it would still try to stop you. Anyway, so that has just been constantly off, which is not always safe, especially with winter coming up, and it won't pass inspection like that. So I bought some things. Just on Amazon, I got this switch. It's a simple open-closed circuit, on-off, and some wire because that didn't come with wire. And it has this fancy cover for looking like a race car driver. I will put the links to these in the description. Alright, so what's the plan? Alright, so when I'm driving, these two lights, slip and VDC, are always on. Normally you would just use this button here to turn off your traction control, and if you just want to, do a little burnout once in a while, make a little screech, that's your button, that'll turn it on and off. But I wanted to be able to turn it more off, because if you want to do like donuts or real burnouts, the slip will still cut in and try to stop you. Also, I found myself getting in the car and pushing that button every day, so that got repetitive. So yeah, those are the reasons I did it. And now I'm going to install a switch to make it a lot more legal, but still not legal, but legal enough. I've been trying to decide where I want to put it. Kind of thinking maybe like right in here. But I also want to be something that you can take out and have the car not look terrible. So that's why I don't want to do it like in here. Either way, I'm going to need to drill a hole somewhere, so yeah. So the first thing I'm going to go over, which I obviously unintentionally skim over, is taking all this apart. It's kind of complicated to take this apart. If you want to see how to do that, there's definitely other videos out there you can find on how to take the dash apart. But really what it comes down to is the important thing is this bar right here. There's a silver bar that you need to pry that out to be able to get any further. Also, you need to then take this piece off and this piece right here, because there is a piece, I don't know if you can see it, it's over there, of the stock unit that has that little bar that comes up from the top that actually goes through here, up through this slot, and then there's a screw right there that holds it in. And then you have to take these side rockers off, which reveal a lot of screws that go pretty much all the way up here. There's some down here, and they go all the way up. So it does take a little bit of time to get that off. But if you remember those few key things, it shouldn't be too hard. This is obviously the manual. Then you can just pop this up once everything is disconnected. If you need help getting that apart, there's definitely other videos out there on YouTube. I'll find one and link it. After you have all that picked up, there is another piece right there. On both sides of the center console, there's a screw that has a cover, so you need to pop off the cover, use like a flathead screwdriver or something, and then it's a Phillips to actually get the screw out that holds us in place. So let me do that. Alright, so my center console is now not exactly in the center of the car. You have to get those two screws off, and then there's actually a plastic bracket that goes all the way around the shift boot that you have to get to. But nonetheless, I'm in. That black piece right there is your actual traction control system, and then out of it is an orange wire. That orange wire is your traction control power. So I just had that cut previously, but now I am going to put it together with some wire to make it work a little bit better. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to cut back some of this wire on both sides, especially careful on this side because I don't have a whole lot. I should have cut that better when I did, but it's the way it is. So I'll need to cut off the cover and put it together with some of my new wire. So then I peeled back some of this crusty electrical tape and conduit and expose that, and we'll now do that and we'll connect it to my new wire. Check it out right here. Alright, now that I have the one side connected as best as I could, I'm gonna use some electrical tape. Mine just happens to be purple, it's usually black, to kind of seal that a little bit, and then do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now I have both the ends connected. I did one red and one black just so I could tell the difference. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to test to see if the connection is actually working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these apart. I'm going to turn on the car. Seeing that both the slip and VDC lights are on. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of loosely twist that together once or twice, just so there is a connection. Off. Back on. And they're gone. And then just to make sure, I'm going to pull them apart, and there go the lights back on. So that's how we can tell it's working. Now we're going to put the center console back and run the wires. We're going to trim the wires down to be able to make them fit on the pegs of the switch. So I just put it in and wrapped it around, and I'm going to put E-tape on that and then do the same thing to the other side. So I wired up my switch and put that tape on there. So we're going to do the same test we did before with the switch. Alright. So both are connected and those lights aren't coming on. And I'm going to flip the switch and there go the lights. So it works. And then the last one here, there's another peg here for our ground. And what that does is it creates power to the light. So I took that and another piece of wire, which is on me. So as soon as I touch the wire to something metal, yay, light. Cool. So now to put all this back together and conceal the wiring and make a hole. So I ran those two wires up through this, put back together, put on the screw, put the screws back in, then put the caps on top, and now I just need to make the hole. So then all I did was drill a hole where I wanted to put my little switch, put it in, tighten the washer on top, run the wires to behind, make sure to hit the ground on something metal, and there it is. So let's see this final work. There it is. There's a switch. And there they go off. Now you do have to turn the car on and off to reinitiate that. Anyway, we'll keep it down like that. Turn the car off. Back on. Traction control is on and working. Flip the switch. Now it's not. Alright, that was it. It's pretty simple, but it does take some time just because you have to move a lot of stuff. And you have to work in some kind of odd, corners and angles. Sorry, it's been a smidge since I posted a video. As you saw in last video, on my way back from H2OI, my tensioner pulley came off, and I've been having a lot of problems with that. So I've been working on fixing that. So it's been a little bit. I'll get back to you probably tomorrow or the next day with another issue I've been facing in the world of YouTube. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it entertaining or helpful at all, please hit that thumbs up button. Even if you didn't hit that thumbs up button, put something in the comment section below, say hi to me. Hit that subscribe button, that helps me out a bunch. I'm just Sean being Sean, just being me, just be you. Catch you on the flip.
Even though like crappy things might happen, it's still your ability to. You still have the ability to have a good attitude about it. Exactly. You don't have to give a heck. You just have a good attitude all the time, and that's